Welcome to Rajendra Tandon videos. Vibhishana, younger brother to Ravana, had advised the king to release Sita and hand her over respectfully to Rama, her husband. But Ravana would have none of it. Ravan's son, Indrajit, objected to his uncle's advice to Ravana to release Sita, but Vibhishana stuck to his stand. He said, Rajan, we can live in peace only if we hand over Sita along with riches, celestial clothes, lovely ornaments, rare gems, and precious stones to Rama. This particular chapter of Valmiki Ramayana brings out not only the literary finesse of the poet, but also the civilized behavior of Vibhishana, younger brother to Ravana, who himself was a learned man. Ravana had been hearing Vibhishana talk for long and was deeply offended. He scarcely rebuked Vibhishana and said, one might live with an enemy or with an angry, poisonous serpent, but never with a friend who is in the service of the enemy. I know of the behavior of the members of the same clan. They rejoice when another clansman is in trouble. You insult me whenever you can because, being the eldest, I was anointed the king. Because I am learned, brave, and because I am running the state well. Friend, the world respects me for my prosperity, my status, and because I have vanquished my enemies all along. Somehow, this is not to your liking. You are a traitor to your family and a shame. Had it been anyone else, he would have paid with his life. Listening to such harsh words uttered by Ravana, Vibhishana was deeply grieved and could foresee the destruction of his clan. Rebuking Ravana, he said, Rajan, you have lost your discretion and knowingly stray from the path of Dharma. I respect you like a father. However, I cannot stand your offensive language. Dashanana, men who have failed to conquer their desires when they are under the influence of Kal, do not listen to sound advice, although rendered in their interest. You are ensnared by Kal that brings death to everyone. I did not want you to die at the hands of Ram. Hence I tried to deter you from your chosen path. Please forgive me if you do not approve of what I have said. After all, you are my elder brother. Protect Lanka with all the resources at your command. I shall not help you in going against Dharma, but wish you well while I am not here to assist you. Rajan, he whose time has come never listens to friendly advice from the king. Saying this, Vibhishana left Lanka. He arrived at Rama's camp a little while later. He was accompanied by 4 ferocious warriors clad in armor and carrying weapons. They floated in the sky on the northern coast of the ocean. Before seeing Sugriv and identifying him thus, he said, I am Vibhishana, the younger brother of the evil Ravana who abducted Sita. I advised him to hand over Sita to Ram. However, like a man refusing medicine, he paid no heed to my words. Rather, he humiliated me and my counsel. Therefore, leaving my wife and children in Lanka, I have come to seek Sri Rama's protection. Please allow me to see him. Valmiki writes, Sugriva was suspicious of Vibhishana's motives and informed Rama of the situation. He could be Ravana's informer who had come out to gauge their strength and weakness. He could even try to divide Rama's forces by offering them incentives. They wanted to arrest Vibhishana and put him to death immediately. Rama listened to Sugriva and Hanuman with patience. After a moment's thought, he said, I value your logical advice. A wise and capable person, when in doubt about his duty or otherwise, must freely express himself. Some of the Vanara chiefs wanted to test Vibhishana's loyalty, but Hanuman held a different set of views. He said, In my view, this is not an occasion to put his loyalty to test. How shall we discover his true intention unless we assign him a task? His coming here is timely. He has compared the advantages and disadvantages of his decision, while shifting loyalty from his evil brother to the faultless Sri Ram. His judgment is sound and in the interest of all concerned. Maharaj, it is impossible to gauge anyone's real intent. Vibhishan comes in peace without any threat to our forces. I do not find any evil intent in his words. A cunning person can never arrive fearlessly the way he has. Raghunandan, Vibhishan's arrival at this moment is timely and bodes well. His assistance will be of great help to us in achieving success. He has arrived after learning of your killing Vali, Sugriva's anointment as a king, and of your chivalry. He is fed up with Ravana's evil behavior. We ought to make him an ally for our victory and the safety of his people. Valmiki continues, Rama's response was positive. He was thinking on the same lines as Hanuman. He responded, I cannot spurn a person who has approached me as a friend. Maybe he has some shortcomings. However, the truthful are not barred from providing shelter to such a person. Sugriva, let me explain to you my view of Vibhishana's desertion of his brother, and you are seeing it as a grave flaw in his character. It is said that a king must be alert against an attack from two sources. One is from his own kith and kin, the second one is from inhabitants of neighboring countries. The pure at heart recognize their kith and kin as well as their well-wishers. However, such a kin, however good he might be, can be dangerous for a king. Ravana suspected Vibhishana's loyalty, and the latter had no choice but to defect. We are not his kinsmen. He need not fear us. On the contrary, he too would like to be the king for his people who are being dragged into battle on the path of adharma. He is dependent on us for achieving the end, and also seems learned like many other Rakshasas. We ought to accept his offer of friendship. Addressing Hanuman, Rama said, Kapishreshth, bring him in even if it is Ravana himself. I have granted him freedom from fear and repression. Descending on the earth, Vibhishana approached Ram and touched his feet. He said, I seek your protection because you are the protector of the universe. I have left behind my friends and wealth in Lankapuri. You alone can look after my kingdom, life and happiness. Rama consoled Vibhishana Looking at him affectionately, he asked him about the strength of the Rakshasa forces. In reply, Vibhishana told him how Ravana could not be killed by anyone except a human being. He talked of Kumbhakarna, Indrajit and Prahasta. Rama made a promise that he would make Vibhishana the king of Lanka after killing Ravana, his progeny and generals in the ensuing battle. He declared that he would not return to Ayodhya without finishing off Ravana. In return, Vibhishana assured Rama of all help in vanquishing Ravana's forces. With holy water collected from the ocean under Rama's orders, Lakshmana anointed Vibhishana as the king of Lanka. Strengthened in will with a source as rich in information about the enemy as Vibhishana, the princes and the generals decided that it was time to plan the construction of the bridge over the ocean. We continue with the fascinating story in our next installment. Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Shri Ram.